how would you say that you approach decision making in our business? We kind of touched on this a little bit earlier.
I often overanalyze.
I would agree with that.
It's something I'm working on.
Yeah.
I think
though that started to interrupt you. I think this is why we make a good balance, because you'll overanalyze and I'll underanalyze, because I'm like next.
And that's where I think you and I had the best collaborations in things was when we'd have powwows, we'd sit down for lunch or go have a apple juice at the local watering hole. Yeah. And you'd be at one opinion and I'd be okay, but let me play devil's advocate. What about this?
Yeah, you love to play devil's advocate.
But that's where I'm saying, like, I sometimes
can piss me off sometimes. I know. But it's I see what you're saying.
You know, like that's kind of where our yin and yang counterbalance worked. So where do I stand on it? I'm working on getting quicker at decisions. Will I ever get away from analyzing? No. I just don't think I ever will.
Why do you think you analyze that much?
Great question. It's the way my brain works.
Just the way it is.
Just the way it is. Why don't you analyze things more? It's the way it is. You see it, okay, I've gone. Whereas I see a conflict. I don't know what the right answer is, and I don't like making the wrong decision. So that's kind of where, again, being accountable for myself and holding myself at a certain standard. It's in some instances it's a negative, others it's a positive. I'd say it's probably neutral, but it's something I'm working on. So always try and get better.
I think maybe, well, number one, I think I've always kind of been like that. Just next. And I definitely underanalyze sometimes. But on the other side of things, I have to make, well over probably 100 micro decisions in a day. Mm-hmm. So it's like I don't have time to, or the patience, frankly, to take in all of the data a lot of times and analyze the data, and I just can't be bothered trying to find out more about the details. I just go yes, and I'm well aware of the fact that there's going to be a big portion of the decisions that I make on a daily basis, they're going to be wrong, but I like to think I'm over 50-50, and hey, if you're over 50-50, compounded over 30 years, you're going to have a very nice business. Adds up. And it was something that Warren Buffett said. This was such a great quote. He said, I don't remember the exact time frame, but it goes, since the beginning of his career until today, it's a lot less really good decisions than you think. He goes, we've made at Berkshire Hathaway, I believe the number was 15. And he goes, we've made 15 really good business decisions since the beginning of our career to give Berkshire Hathaway the amount of success that we have today. But think about that. He's been working for 60 years? I think 60 years. He's 90, 88 or something like that.
He's old. There's no doubt.
So 15.
Bezos said it himself when he was still operating and running Amazon. I make 3 decisions a day. Yeah. After that, I'm done. Yeah. No, that's just, at a certain point, too many decisions isn't a good thing either. Yeah. Where you're like,
and he's hyper analytical, and he never took a meeting before 10 a.m. and he would go till 3 p.m. Now people think he's making it seem like he only works 5 hours a day. Trust me, he's working a hell of a lot more than 5 hours a day.
Just because you're not at your desk doesn't mean your brain isn't going a million miles an hour. You're not strategizing, thinking this. Next thing you know, you're sending. I've personally lived it myself. Yes. Sending myself emails at 9:45 p.m. on a Tuesday because I had some idea that I thought might work. Yep. Again, pull out your phone. Yep. Email to myself. Yep. In the subject line what my thought process was. Yep.
I do that all the time.
To this day, still do. Yeah. You might not be at your desk. You might not be in the office, but that does not mean you're not working. Yep. Same thing with sales. Sorry. If you're not trying to network, it doesn't matter what you're selling. If you're selling a service or a product. We're human beings by nature. If you're out socializing, if something is not clicking in the back of your brain when there's a absolute amazing potential business lead and your brain isn't going there, you take up yoga or something. I don't know. Just you shouldn't be in business.
You should always be closing, baby.
ABC, always be closing.
You should always be asking for the business. Yeah,
or just at least sending yourself a note. Like,
this is one thing I just say for all the salespeople that are out there. I don't understand why you don't post more on social media or LinkedIn. I don't understand it. I don't get it. It's free money. It's literally free money. every single time I post on LinkedIn or I post on TikTok, or do I cringe at myself when I'm posting on LinkedIn? Yes, I do. I cringe. I don't like it. I don't like the sound of my voice. I don't like these things. But every single time I post a video, and I've calculated about every third video that I post, I get one new client. So I run the math and I go, okay, if I keep posting like this, I'm going to have this amount of money, and it's free money. It's free money. I don't understand why business people or business owners or salespeople do not use these platforms. I don't get it. It's free money, literally.
I hope someone hears this and it clicks in their brain. And yeah, it can be painful. It's cringy for sure. There's no doubt about it. You're gonna be put under the microscope by your
dude. For all the people, I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Family.
For all the people that come up to you and come up to me and say, "Oh man, dude, like keep it up." And there are a lot of people. I would say the vast majority of people do come up and they're being genuine. They actually go, "Dude, man, like way to go. Good for you. Like, you know, you said you were going to do it and you're doing it." I promise you though, there's a good 10, 15, 20, 25% of people that don't come up to us or don't come up to me and I've already heard through the grapevine about people, and they're talking shit.
I know they are.
You know?
I know they are.
And there was one person in particular, and I remember my buddy it was like through the grapevine, and this particular person, he's a loser. And I kind of looked at my friend and I go, "Oh, that person's talking shit." And I go like, "Oh, I'm like, go figure." And the second part is, I couldn't care less what that person thinks. But I tell myself that. There's another side of it where I do care, because people naturally are going to care about what other people think. It's easier said than done to not care about what other people think. I'm pretty good at it, but there are definitely times where I care about what other people think. And, you know, why is it cringy for me to post on LinkedIn or on other platforms? Why? Because I care about what other people think. So.
But you care about your business more.
Exactly. And that's the thought that
you should.
Bang on. That's the thought I keep coming to my head. I go, what is the best thing for the business? The best thing for the business is for me to post this right now, because there's a really good chance I'm going to get a new client off this. So I'm going to do it.
In 15 years, yeah. Who's going to remember the Freemium podcast episode number 18 with Adam Strumas on a Tuesday in the rain? No, it doesn't matter. It's the way you can create your own commercials, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah. Okay, we got another one. ChatGPT, what's the next question? Oh, shit.